at Cook, and this is called a macro keyboard. Now, a macro keyboard is basically a piece of hardware that will copy your keystrokes. And it's used for repetitive work in the sense of if you're doing a lot of keystrokes the same way, this is a really useful piece of equipment. Now, if you're using Excel a lot, you're familiar with macros and how to create them, but this piece of hardware is used for outside of Excel. So if you're using audit software, any kind of software that you use and you have repetitive motions on the keyboard, this keyboard can do this stuff. So the first thing you do is you go to this website called VIA, and this piece of hardware will connect with this. And one of the big pluses of the macro keyboard is you don't have to download anything on your work computer. You can just use this website and record these macros. So I'm going to demonstrate this macro for you. So we're going to go to the macros, and we're going to go M15. We're going to go full screen. We're going to record this macro. So it's going to copy all our keystrokes that we do. So we're going to say, hello, my name is Bob. And we're going to stop recording, and we're going to save it. So this is M14, and we're going to go to our key map, and we're going to assign M14. And so to test this, we're going to go to Word and see when we hit this button, it should say, hello, my name is Bob. Okay, great. We're going to take it one step further. So let's say we are doing a lot of research for a certain key, in the sense of, let's say we want it to say Control F caret. So we're looking for caret inside of a lot of PDFs or inside of a lot of Word documents. So we would hit record and we go Control F caret. And then we would save it and we would reassign our key map. So when we hit Control F, so it's clear. So when we hit this macro button, it should go Control F caret for us. So, okay, great, it did do that. So where it really comes into its own, if we're doing more complex stuff, so let's say we're using Control P and we went from one copy to 2 copies, we want to change the print style, we want to change so you could make the keyboard do all this stuff. So in the sense of, we'll hit Control P, Tab, up to, Tab, Enter, change that, in the sense of you would record all these macros, all these button strokes inside this keyboard, and you could make the keyboard do all this work for you. And I have set this keyboard up to do that for you just as a demonstration. So we would go to macros. And these are the keystrokes I've taught it on that Control P function. So when we go to our Word document and we hit this button, so it has changed all the parameters for us. So instead of spending time, setting up manually doing this, you make the keyboard do all this stuff. Now I'm using Word as a demonstration because I don't want to breach any confidentiality with my work computer, but this piece of hardware has been very, very useful. I'm a tax accountant and I use it in my tax program, I use it in my Excel program, I use it in my document program. I use this thing a lot. So one of the drawbacks of the keyboard